Hello and welcome to episode 231 of Niger's Geeking Out, your favorite comic book podcast with a Niger twist. Thank you for joining us again, guys. We're back, all four of us from all our various travels. The constants, the regulars, the consistent, and the evergreens.
and the haters that have nowhere to go and we're blaming us for traveling.
We're all here, guys. Thank you for joining us again on episode 231. Um, Today is going to be like a not particularly long one, but we do have some very interesting things to touch on. We've got two trailers and we have got a series finale to discuss and to dissect. So, how are you doing today?
I'm very good. I had an amazing week last week. Like my team won, some other teams almost lost, and there were tears to be shed. But yeah, it was fantastic. What a beautiful week.
Okay, I feel like before I move on, let me reintroduce myself. So, guys, my name is Cakes. My team won fantastically, and not just that, but the views of my team's win overshadowed some other teams that they feel like, oh, they're the big boys of
Uh,
Europe and they're doing okay. But it just goes to show that
how
sometimes
was your
level
match yesterday? How was your
class
match yesterday?
classes. Wait, let me finish that. Wait, I thought we were talking about Europe. You said Europe.
I was thinking generally. I was thinking generally.
I don't respond to
I
general
don't thought my
statements.
team won. I don't thought my team won.
All right, Red, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm here to discuss comics and nothing else. How you guys doing?
Well, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to talk about football at all. I'm scared of jinxing myself. So
You're humbling yourself.
exactly.
My
Anything
my
can
mentality is let me enjoy it now.
Oh yeah.
Anything
Oh
can
no.
happen.
I've enjoyed our win enough already.
Yeah.
I've had a good full week plus some days of Now I've come back down to earth. We're now looking forward to the future, the next challenge.
Okay. Red, how you
Um,
doing?
I just said I was doing good now to discuss only comics. I'm well.
Right, that's the state of sign of stress when man forgets in seconds. So he's already asked you.
It was a stressful Thursday. Okay, all right, guys. Let's jump right into the first trailer from this DC Studios, which is the behind the scenes of Superman. Have you guys seen this? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I saw it. Yes, I saw it.
Yeah.
Did we get any real I don't think we got any new footage, in film footage, right? It was just like behind the scenes stuff of
We got
Yeah,
a bit.
The
We got a bit, but not exactly new.
the robots. I mean, I've not. Was that
yeah, but that was
new?
behind the scenes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe nothing new.
Yeah,
To
just
say it.
What robot? Not Kellex.
Yeah,
the Kilex, whatever the robot was.
You can
Yeah. So apparently it was like I won't say a built robot, but like it was not CG.
Yeah. So it seemed to be fabricated
Okay.
to a certain
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird that I watched that and I felt more hope for this film than I had before.
By far.
And it actually brought a smile to my face.
By far. Now, my question is, why did you have little hope? Not little hope. Maybe not little hope.
Why did you
have fears? Yeah.
Yeah, why would you have fears? Exactly. Because you've always seemed to be firmly like
sorry, don't give up. I'm firmly on board. The only time I had fears was I heard some people talking about the robots. Because I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that one.
You haven't seen it.
No.
So you've still not seen that.
No.
Okay.
So then I started hearing people saying, "Oh, the robot looked from cheap." Some people said it looks weird. There's some people said the personality. So that was putting me off a bit. Oh God.
Okay.
But then I watched that, and then I saw one of the robots. And I thought, oh, actually, it looked good to me in that behind the scenes. And it didn't look CGI. It just looked like, okay, this is robot design on purpose. And I don't know why. I was looking at myself yesterday, and not yesterday, when I watched it, and I said to myself, when it comes to Superman, I'm all about bright colors, hopefulness. It's. I think in my psyche, once you move someone away from that, automatically you've lost some points. because I'm not seeing this film, but just seeing the bright colors alone and just seeing the nature of this iteration of Superman just makes me happy in a weird way that with a live action Superman that I've not been for a long time. So yeah, I guess that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a very hopeful feel to it. So I think that really helped, you know, and the way people were talking about it. And there was a bit where what's his name? James Gunn sat down in the cockpit of what looked like a spaceship, which was white and red and stuff. I loved the design of that. It looked, I know the Milano is like orange and some like the colors are different.
Orange,
It gave me
blue,
that
and
vibe of orange and blue, something like that, exactly. But this one was white and red, and I just really liked the way the cockpit looked. I was like, okay. And you know, just the way people were talking about it and the energy that it felt like they were bringing was that very positive energy. So I was like, okay. You know, there wasn't any talk of, oh, you know, we're going to be like gods. It's going to be like gods fighting. You know,
Can you not talk about this movie without digging into the past?
Yeah,
Like
the mythology of gods.
There was no to me, it's not even just about talking about gods there was no over talking. There was no like, oh, our version is going to upset things. Oh, we you know, it's just like they were talking about, you know, we want to make this film as good as possible. You know, there was nothing subversive. They didn't, you know, go down up their own, you know, rear end or whatever. With the statement. So I was kind of positive with that.
They've done that already a bit with the parts. Yeah, they've done that already a bit with the whole talk about the parts on the outside, which is like, okay, it's fine. Yeah. But
if that is it, if that's the only thing they've done, talk about pants on the side, I'll be very happy. If that's the only...
But let's talk about the trailer. Why you guys are blowing so much gas up your ass about this particular movie? And I'm the Superman fan here.
Okay.
But yeah, they have what's this thing called? We got a couple of new scenes. We saw Metamorpho for like in full color.
Super comic accurate.
Practical effect for this. Yeah. And I don't think there's going to be CGI for him. At least not only CGI.
Well, how could it not be? That is amazing.
Because it's practical work,
I guess.
Prosthetics, yeah. We also saw Lex Warsuit. I'm not sure if you missed it.
I missed it.
In the
I missed that. I actually missed
it's his classic green and purple warsuit.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. You can watch it again. I think you should be able to see it there. And yeah, so then I think there's a scene with Superman and Lex in the same scene together. And then also in terms of placing timeline, I think we now know that it's after he lands that he comes back to fight the dinosaur because there's a scene where Lex goes, oh, he's back. And similarly referring to the injury sustained earlier in the movie. I'm not sure, but like they're putting things together about the movie. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not sure. This is just an out of like guessing. Yeah.
Wait, what did you talk about? A dinosaur?
The kaiju was fighting.
Yeah.
That breath fire. I'm thinking that scene takes place after the crash in this thing.
On Earth. Okay.
Yeah, after the crash in the North Pole. So yeah.
Okay.
But okay, so we're seeing this, and then also I think the soldiers in Lex costume as well. If I remember correctly, the soldiers at the Luthor crest.
Identify what they were, to be honest. I just couldn't put. I saw them all kneeling down, but I was like, okay, I wonder what these are.
There was another still shot of Hawk Girl.
Yes.
Is she Hawk Girl or Hawk Woman in this, or do you know?
Is there a woman?
Is there a Hawk Woman?
Yeah, sometimes it's called Hawk Woman,
depending on the version.
Yeah, there's a still. I think she will look better in that still.
Yeah. Agreed. The jacket, everything should be really nice.
Yeah. I liked it.
Oh yeah. I think
so.
Unanimously, we are all looking forward to this month. To this movie, we think it will do well. It's just I think some of us have a bit of reservation about certain elements.
Exactly.
Of the film.
Yeah.
And sorry, just before we move on to Fantastic Four, a watcher of a listener to our podcast wanted us to. Duke is very happy that we start, pushing and promoting the tag Super Fantastic. you know, hopefully, like we had our what was the Oppenheimer Barbie one? What was that called?
Barbieheimer.
Barbieheimer. Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
super fantastic.
Okay.
But I really, honestly,
All right.
from the
We will-
bottom
we
of my
will-
heart,
we will.
I hope this summer is super fantastic.
I
really
hope
it
both of
is.
them. Yeah.
I think we all feel the same way, regardless of where you stand. I think a lot is riding on this movie to do well for that genre
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the
Exactly.
big screen entirely going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, a super fantastic summer. We're hoping for that. But are you guys ready to place your box office predictions?
For Superman,
Yes.
I am ready. So Superman, I'm
I
ready.
think so. I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
just before we move on. Sorry, today. So
Mm-hmm.
let me just before I wipe the slate of the Brave New World trailer. So the Brave New World. Can you please help me? Genuinely, can you help me check what the latest is on
The
Brave New
final
World?
amount was because
I will just
it's not out for
final
sale.
amount, basically. Yeah.
I think it's already out of most
Yeah,
of
it is.
the
Yeah. So what's the
yeah. Okay, let me check that finally. I'm not sure it got more than what we have.
No, it didn't. It didn't. I don't think so either. But just so we can move on to
what
to
were the
It
predictions?
worldwide 414 million.
Yep.
okay. All right. So Tunde won because Tunde had 500. Red, you had 540. That boy had 625. I had 700. So okay. Tunde's won that one. So that one.
Tunde didn't win. None of us won. No, Tunde didn't win.
I won. I'm closest to
How could he win? He didn't win. It was the closest to winning. He didn't
Yes,
win.
you win by being
You know what's funny?
closest.
Have you
The
seen
man was
this
almost
meme of
100
this?
million off.
No, wait, have you seen this meme of this Asian kid that is like he's in his high school yearbook? Like the guy said, it's not just enough that I win, but everybody else must lose.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's right.
That's me. Yes. Man is 100 million off. No, we're not giving it to me.
Okay, all right, Superman then.
Yeah.
I'll let that one go first. He said he's
Who?
very ready.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
Okay.
quick to say you were ready. You have your
Oh,
number.
no, I'm ready. I'm ready. 1.2 billion.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Whoa. That's a swing.
With food chest.
Like,
Wow.
With food chest.
like I get straight.
That's that is, do you know James Cameron heard that number now and he's vexing. How dare you? You don't have a movie coming out this year.
He's going to re-release. He's going
You
to
know
do
I'm going to
another
collect all
December,
the money that is remaining by
another
December.
Avatar
You mad?
movie. So Tunde, what do
Wait,
you have?
What do you think I said?
You said
1.2 billion.
1.2.
Yeah, why would I worry Cameron?
No, because Cameron wants to take all the money that is in the world.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
that one,
He has to re-release the Avatar, the last one, Way of Water.
okay.
Oh my god, Kex.
Who was next? Oh, me?
Please go next. I'm still not
800.
certain of my number. 800.
800 million.
Wow, that's yeah.
I was gonna go 870 to 900. That was what I was. I was say, let me say 900. Let me land at 900.
Okay.
That's just fitting.
Sunday.
Yeah. I'm going to go 1 billion. Oh, but that's high. You guys are taking
You're letting that one sell it. You know,
I can't believe you just shook at me. And yet you call 1 billion as well.
No, because like they're taking the good.
he just revised it.
Yeah, because they're taking the good ranges. They're taking the good ranges. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm really taking the good ranges of what's this thing called 800, 900. I don't want it to make more than 800. So like, I can't go less than.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
right.
I'm going to go 1 billion.
Good. All right, I got it. 800, 900, 1 billion, 1.2. Okay, let's talk about Fantastic Four now, and then we'll do our predictions for Fantastic Four as well.
Yes, the other half of Super Fantastic.
Yeah, the other half of Super Fantastic, exactly.
Okay.
But you want to play it?
Yeah, because we need to break it down as we're watching.
Okay, so you want me to let me know when you want me to pause it, and we'll talk about it, and we'll carry on. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I want you to pause.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
I will pause it.
Yes, that bit I loved it. That introduction of the Fantastic Four with the people in the crowd, with the montage of people saying "Thank you, Fantastic Four." Like, I don't know what it is, but it made me feel happy about it.
100% with you. In a weird way, the same happiness I had with Superman, a similar happiness was in me because you get what the Fantastic Four is about. They are loved. There's not all this, mutants hating me. No, they are loved by the public. The public love them. They love the public. I love everything about that bit there.
No secret identities. Everybody
None of
know
that.
they know who they are.
Yeah.
and everything.
They're more celebs than anything else.
Yeah, celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing
Yeah.
I'm also curious about is, do they have their own set of bad guys that they're fighting in this world? Because it's like
Definitely.
they would need to have antithesis in order for people to really
We'll
buy
get, we'll
into it.
get Doom.
No,
Doom.
no. To be
I
fair,
don't
no.
know.
Before
It could
June,
be
so
the Red Ghost. It could be anybody. It could be the Thinker.
we've seen one.
or-
We've seen one already in the previous trailer. This old guy that they showed
Yeah,
in
the
the
Red
trailer
Ghost.
with this.
Red
Yeah,
Ghost.
John
yeah.
Malkovich.
Red Ghost, yeah. But also, I think they are less, what's this thing called? Their love is less from superheroics, even though they're superheroes, but from like science. These are like the Neil Armstrong of
Astronauts and
that
stuff. Yeah.
age.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right. You're right. There was a point in
Pushing the
time in
boundaries of science, yeah.
where exactly the scientists were the
The superstars.
boy bands. Yeah,
Superstars,
the Armstrongs.
exactly.
They were the. It's true. The national heroes. It's true.
And
Exactly.
they could have even saved people by not fighting
Yeah.
villains, but
Yeah. I'm
disaster
also
happened,
curious
Yeah.
about
happened
that.
somewhere. They went out to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah.
So far, no negative so far.
I don't
So
like.
far,
I don't,
this
I
so
don't
far,
like the period piece element of it though.
Oh,
I have to
you do not like the period
I
piece.
don't like it. I don't like the
Okay.
whole 60s. It's super 60s.
Yeah, it is
I
very.
don't-
yeah.
What the people are wearing.
You're not nostalgic at all.
Not
I
for
mean,
that.
why would a black person be nostalgic about the 60s? That's it.
It wasn't there though.
Well,
I don't-
exactly.
yeah, but
A black person-
No,
a black person in Nigeria,
I don't like
you
not-
could,
yeah.
it could be
Yeah, but
nostalgic for Motown.
that's not Nigerian 60s now. So
Well, you could be,
Yeah,
you could be,
I'm just
you could be nostalgic for Motown, the music. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
Honestly, the whole that whole thing never. The whole Beatles mania, the whole Jersey Boys thing wasn't
Yeah,
really
they-
my vibe. I'm more an 80s, obviously, So okay, but
yeah.
just
But before we go,
we are nostalgic about 60s. What are you trying to say? Were we born in the 80s? Were we
know
born in the
yourself.
that you're
60s?
old, it's not hard.
all the mother I used to talk the thing.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
sorry.
Let's
Yeah.
But Kev, before we go on this, why I think even though I'm not sure I like the 60s, that opening scene is the best of the 60s scene. Like the 60s elements I liked. The
Okay,
old optimist focus, like the way the guy is presenting them,
Next from
I'll-
here, the whole Johnny.
compared to them doing that in the 80s or now, I'm like,
Yeah,
that is the best time period they could do something like that. But yeah, let's
True,
continue.
true.
Okay, so let's carry on.
I like this logo,
Yeah.
by the way. This
What
this
is
Marvel
Marvel
logo.
Studios?
yeah, it's weird. I like
Yeah.
it a lot. I like it.
Yeah,
This whole
okay.
first steps thing. Go on, sorry.
Okay.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can.
Is it me or does it weirdly look like a young
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark? Yeah.
I at least just thought that this guy looks like Tony Stark here. Kex, you're mute, Kex.
Yeah, mid-kex, yeah.
Oh, sorry, RDJ. So true. So true.
RDJ, like a
Yeah.
cheap clone of RDJ.
Yep. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, I didn't see that, but yeah, okay.
Oh, very much so today. Very much
So,
looks like.
question, guys, before you carry on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Franklin in her belly.
Yeah, it has to be,
Yeah,
right?
that has to be Franklin now. Come on.
He's the first, huh?
No, but
It has
my
to-
question
yeah.
is, will we see him born or not? Do we know
At
that?
the end or something, or maybe as a
I
post
hope
credits.
so.
Maybe a
Okay.
post credits. Or something.
Okay.
I think.
Let's carry on.
I hope we see. I hope we see him get. But like the family dynamics there, yeah, only.
I'm okay with it.
The dynamics very,
nothing-
very, very
okay,
positive
okay.
about
No,
that.
no red flags for me. It's okay.
I'm a bit. I was laughing at the fact that Jen was oblivious to the late business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I very, very, very keen on that, on the family dynamic.
Yeah.
I like the way it looks here. I don't like this guy. He's not good looking enough for Johnny for me. Johnny's
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
He
So
doesn't
he's
look
not traditionally.
No, but that's what they are going for. Is that what I think they're going for? The stealth
Sensitive,
of
yeah.
sensitive.
But in a way, in that scene, he kind of acted a bit like old Johnny
yeah,
Yeah,
that we know of. Yeah.
yeah, teasing younger brother, happy-go-lucky Johnny.
Vibe.
Just doesn't
Yeah.
have-
Oh, by the way, I love the fact that
to pull it off.
everything they wear is branded, even the t-shirts. It's
Even their shoes are branded.
Yeah,
But yeah.
cultivates the whole.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't notice the
exactly.
shoes. I didn't even notice the shoes.
Celebrity.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
But okay, so that
Did you want to say anything?
no, continue.
It's going to change.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Paul.
Yeah. That same scene. Nay.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice for you.
Yeah, nay.
Johnny falling
why
from
you
the
repeating?
why
We've seen it
we do that again?
We've seen it
Every
before.
Exact. From Rise of Silver Surfer from the other one.
Yeah. But question. I'm not sure how they are doing it in this movie. Why does she approach them directly on that level? Like, do you have any theories on why?
I should
Because
identify
they're on the
them.
streets. Yeah, they're on the streets. They're not with superpower. They're not with their costume. It's
Yeah,
actually
but
they're
we
back from a big
I
fight.
think it's the way it's been cut. To be honest, I think it's the way the trailer. has been
I'm also guessing because remember they're
Shortcuts.
cosmic powered, so I'm guessing she can detect that these are the most powerful people.
Then-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, energy.
Yeah.
Regardless, the cosmic energy will call to her. But
Yeah.
it just depends on how the trailer has been cut. I don't think it was just like that. Yeah.
So the only thing that bothered me in that scene, and the boobs, everything did bother me. It's her having hair in a weird way was my biggest issue. It kind of, for me, Silver Surfer has always been clean lines,
Yes. I
but
see.
the hair obviously can't be that clean. That was my biggest bother.
So I'm gonna put my neck on the line here.
Oh God.
Regardless of comics, I know the comics.
Yeah.
If it's not Norrin Rad,
I
don't care
agree.
for it.
Oh no.
I agree.
I don't care for it. No Norrin. Yeah.
In terms of
just doesn't
Shalaba,
matter. I don't care.
What if we
I'm-
get Norrin in the main universe? And
Yes.
this is just the era to this universe.
To me, this is what
I'll
I think
take it.
will happen. I think they want to go with a different Silver Surfer hair, and then when they bring them whoever the main FF is going to be, they probably will switch it up.
I have.
Because I was thinking about this as well. I can't see Pedro.
They won't do that.
I have a feeling
That's
they're
what
not going to do that. I have a feeling
because
they're
you can't replace a
that.
female role with a
Have
male
to.
role like in that
I
particular
don't
way.
think they're going to do that.
Yes, you can.
Oh, but they can replace a female with a character, a male with a female,
No,
They
so
can
I
replace
don't
what?
think
a male
I
with a
don't-
female.
Yeah.
I don't see it, but I don't
I-
see.
I don't like it. Period.
I'm of the opinion you're trying to buy dies in this.
I'm of the opinion Noreen had died already.
I'm of the opinion that he probably never even
Serious face.
Yeah.
If we are just getting in, how many? Which adventure? What killed him already? This is the 60s. What's killing Norrin? No, they
No,
shouldn't play that way.
I'm just joking. I don't think Noreen
No,
is it.
I'm not.
Don't
I
look
don't think.
like
I
that.
don't think it's going to appear. I think they made. I think
Yeah.
they made a choice, and the choice is to
Yeah.
go with Salabal.
Bad choice. Yeah, see. When they were
Yeah, I
when they were
prefer
doing
Norrin.
casting in 2 weeks, how would they not? How would they not? Let's continue.
Oh, by the way, can I say, I liked. Please, guys, I'm not woke or anything like that, right? But I did like that in that scene. It was Sue that answered. And I like how she answered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's for giving a disclaimer that please, guys, I'm not
Come on.
That's really weird. That is weird. Okay.
But I did enjoy. To be fair, I've always been a
Yeah.
big Invisible Girl fan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll give you
In
that.
terms of so I like that
Yeah.
she answered, not
Not yeah.
Reed.
Okay.
Let's go on.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
There's not enough time.
I'm not.
Time pause.
The scene there.
Pedro is not Mr. Fantastic. He's not. He's not. I'm still not buying it. I don't care. But you guys make your point.
Okay, today I know you got a pet peeve on this thing. Go on.
Yes. Maybe they'll show it there, but how do you have that scene
Yeah.
where Mr. Fantastic has this massive board
Yeah.
and you don't show him using his stretching abilities?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've seen similar complaints about this on the group
Yeah.
chat, and it just feels like a missed opportunity. It's
It
like
is.
the easiest win you could have.
It is.
Just him
It is.
stretching to right or something.
It is.
But one thing I would say, one thing I would say I like though is him answering with "I don't know" and him looking actually like, oh, if it sells the gravitas of what is happening.
So
all four of them kind of looked serious.
I like that a lot today, and
Yes.
I loved his space costume, like his astronaut suits. His in particular, when he turned on the side and he had the badges on the side.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But to Red's points, he's not Reed.
He's
not my
certainly
mental
not.
image of Reed. And
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal is an amazing actor. I don't think I've seen something in him recently that he has been like, this guy is okay. He's very good.
No, he's always
Even
very
in
good.
this, he's playing the father figure, serious dad,
Yeah.
very well. But it's just not quite.
No,
Reed
no,
Richards,
Reed Richards.
Yeah, it's more like
yeah.
Ricardo or something, but it's just not.
It doesn't have the I know it all look that we traditionally
No,
associate
he
with
doesn't.
Reed.
He just does the mustache is a bit is throwing me off a little bit.
Nothing.
Yeah, Reed's a lot more angular. I don't know.
Reed is clean shape. His hair out. They're already
Yeah,
turning
that's
gray a
white
bit by the
hair,
side.
yeah.
The white
I mean, he's got the
highlights.
grey, but you
But
know, and
it's
his hair is
not-
much darker. Reed is brown haired. Sorry, I know it's little things, but it's little.
But they
things
add
that-
up.
matter.
that they add up to
Yeah.
to shifting the mental image from the physical manifestation of what we're seeing. And I'm like,
Okay.
doesn't really.
Well, hopefully in the
Vanessa Kirby,
movie it doesn't bother us
Any issues? We haven't said anything about Vanessa Kirby thus far as
because
Invisible
because she's awesome.
So, okay. Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
For the trailer alone, she's now my favorite.
Yeah, she's perfect. I mean, she's perfect.
I mean,
now
who
my
are you
favorite.
comparing her to?
That's a very low bar, though. I mean,
No,
who are you comparing with that?
We can only compare what we've given you.
But there've been two others, so he's saying that this is his favorite one.
That's what I say. Like it's a low.
So you know what? I was not even saying that. I was saying in this trailer.
Okay.
My favorite.
Okay.
But now that you've brought that up,
she's still the favorite.
yes.
So.
I mean, who else?
Jessica Alba.
Yeah, we had Jessica Alba and is it Kate Mara? So of course, I mean,
Yeah. No,
Not a very
high
So far,
battle. Yeah.
So in both ways, even the way that Keck said it and the way I was saying it, she's my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we agree.
True.
She's the best here.
Giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family.
Sorry, I had to pause. I don't know why I didn't notice this before.
Yeah.
Is she front and center more than anybody else, or is just his trailer cut that way?
She is.
In the trailer, she is front and she's the one
That's
giving the
Point.
speeches
Yeah.
in this trailer, yeah.
And that's what she was talking about, women's role in the 60s, right?
That's
Like,
yeah.
she's
good.
not going to
Oh,
be...
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Now
didn't
you
see
can see
that.
what she's doing with it. Okay.
Yeah, not just going to
Yeah.
be homemaker. She's going to be active and just...
Yeah.
And in a weird way, this works in my mind. If you've
With
got
a female...
a Reed Richards who's more the brainy type, doing all the, madam, you can be doing the talking. Let me be doing the walkings.
Yeah.
The gift stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even notice that, but that's true.
all through the speech she gave, my wish for the film was that I'm like, we are going to face this together, we're going to fight this together, and they lose. I want them to lose. I want it to be a tragedy.
Sorry,
I know it's Marvel.
Sorry. There is something fundamentally wrong with you.
Very.
No, there's something fundamentally wrong with you.
Very.
True.
No, see,
Although to be fair, I get that impression. I get the impression
it
at the
feels
So
like
that-
that what
so
they're
that get a
selling
I get the
here.
impression at the end that they're going to I won't say they're going to let everyone down, but I get the impression that they do lose at the end.
Let it just be one of the Earths,
That's
one of the multiverse, and just let Galactus
Yeah.
just eat it up.
I
And
think
everybody
Yeah.
die.
I think they lose and they come into 616. But let's see.
Oh,
Because I don't know how they're going to merge them.
oh.
I don't want this. I don't want.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of-
want Pedro in 616.
Kex, you know what?
Make your peace with that.
You know what Kex has just put in my mind?
Yes.
Yeah.
That maybe this film ends like that.
Yes.
Everything gets wrecked.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I think they try
That's
to
what I
stay
want.
planet. They're off planet, and they lose the Earth. But I wonder if, you can lose the Earth, but is that losing the multiverse? But the way
No,
he keeps saying, "I don't know. We're going to try to our best. We're going to."
Yeah. It feels like you're setting up them for a storyline where they
Yeah.
You know what?
but that
Vow
would
to
be-
never let that happen on any other planet that they are on. And
Wait, so we now get
story.
what do we get? We get the council of we start getting the council of reeds because there'll be
No,
another reed
no,
wherever they go.
we get the Secret Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You get what we want.
So here's my take on it. Here's my wide ass plot idea for what they're going to do. Like Galactus is coming to eat Earth. I know it's partly because of all the cosmic shit that's happening.
Yeah.
And I know they said they're not tied into the multiverse, but like he's eating Earth to stop the incursion, and they let him do it. They cannot
Mm.
stop him, and then their mission going forward is like to
That's
solve
cool.
the issue with incursions.
I
That
you
is-
know
am
what,
not going to give them that much credit. This one,
I
this
know
one,
I won't give them that much
You
credit,
know
but
what
like, that's
my
what I
thing
would have wanted to play
Yeah.
off here.
So you know what my thing is? I don't see them letting him do that and killing everybody.
Yeah.
So there has to be an arc
Like
or
they
a
failed
light
to
bulb
stop
or
him.
something.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
failed to stop him. I get that impression that that's going to happen.
Yes.
That
They
will
failed to
fail.
stop
I
him,
thought you
but
said,
like
they were just hands off. Okay.
I think
no, not hands off.
They fail.
Yes.
It's a big
yes,
fail.
I get that.
And
No,
Napo, how did they just sell this to you in less than 2 minutes and you're already on board?
no, you know why?
No, because we've seen it. You know, Red, we've seen it in
No,
Secret Wars. where
there's a hidden
that
agenda
build.
behind my agreeing.
Oh,
to
all of us. Oh, I agree, but you were saying something was fundamentally wrong with him just 2 minutes
Oh,
ago.
there is-
No,
Yes.
but that's not in doubt. Even though I'm right, it's not in doubt.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It can
the
be
fact
bad
that
and right.
there's an issue with him. That's still
that's still sacrosanct. That is
I can
fine.
now see how this might benefit me if this happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, how much do you think Canada Dry paid for this?
For this
How much do you think?
Canada Dry. I've been looking at that. I've been looking at that
Oh.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, less than they would have paid this year.
I've been looking at that and the other movies like Sub-Zero, Intel, Static. I can't see if I can see anything else that I recognize.
Yeah, but that one's front and center. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
go on. Let's go.
As a family. Has to be us.
Any comments?
First time we've seen him stretch, and I'm not
I
gonna lie.
think one of the things they put in, I think one of them failed or fell off, and he had to go put it back.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe like,
yeah.
I didn't put it at the top of the building to.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Kex, what you said? I
wouldn't-
didn't hear your first point.
No, I said this is the first time we've seen him stretch, and
Yeah.
I've watched this several times after that. Just that, I'll blitz through the trailer and just watch his part and watch it again. I like it a lot. Maybe it's because of the whole evocative vibe of the theme music and the score in the background, but the way he's like stretching to get to the top of the building, it looks a little like the Flash movie, but I love this.
I liked it,
and I like the way all their costumes are a bit different.
I like it because
variations
when
of
I
writing.
when I want to watch it, I heard complaints about this stretching already from
I like it a
online.
lot. I would like
So when I went in, I thought, oh, actually, this is quite nice because people were talking about the slow mo.
Yeah.
Why
No
would
matter
you?
what, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I was
But
happy
I
with
like it.
Okay.
the thing running through those supports.
Man.
Yeah.
I like that. You know why? Because it's something I rarely see in movies. Because of his scale of how small he is, he can't be punching characters. In my mind, what he's going to do is he's going to try
He's bringing the building down. Yeah.
on top of characters. And that's the kind of thing I like to see, rather than him trying to punch.
Yeah, it was bringing the support down. It was bringing the building down.
He's going to bring the whole building down in that scene. And I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that building is going to be like, I mean,
it might not do much damage.
Let's continue, and you will see how that building makes sense when you see Galactus walking through the street.
Okay, just thinking back a few seconds. Let me see that stretching again.
But you see, you guys are talking about the stretching.
Yeah,
as if it's the worst part of it. I'm looking at
worst part
power. No, as if it's the main. But I'm looking at Sue's invisibility with the light spears. With the left spears, I mean. And I'm like,
Sue's thing is going to be there's going to be like all these like distortion of lights, prisms,
shields, and invisible shields.
There's
the very nature of her power is light bending anyway. So
So the thing is, if you are trying to make an invisible person or someone with invisibility powers cinematic, you have to do something.
No, so the thing is with Sue,
really different.
Yeah, with Sue, it's not about what she's doing. Like when you're trying to show invisible people use their power or telekinesis, you don't focus on the person, you focus on what they are doing.
Yeah, but we don't know what she's doing yet.
We've not seen enough from the.
You might still do that now.
We don't know what she's doing.
We might see that, but like I'm like this.
What you're seeing here, what you're seeing is effort.
It's the effort.
Yeah.
It's the same question I have for her and Mr. Fantastic, in that the views we are getting of their powers compared to someone like Flamon and the Thing, it's not showing us the best. How would I put it now? Maybe I said it for the cinema. It's not showing us the.
It's way too soon now. It's way too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It 2
She's
minutes.
gonna do stuff. She's gonna do stuff.
We're already saying Johnny Blaze move past Blaze
absolutely
on.
not. Absolutely,
we are seeing Johnny. We are seeing the Thing.
But Johnny's doing nothing we haven't seen before. Johnny to me is
visually interesting.
I don't think so. You know.
I mean, in terms of displaying powers, it's like okay. Imagine if they are showing Johnny just about to flame on, or his eyes sparkling with fire without showing all of this. That's the same vibe for Sue for me. Even though
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
This personally, this looks no different from the first Fantastic Four with Chris Evans to me.
No, it's not about the CGI. It's about like the showing of abilities. If you
I don't get why you want to see all of that.
Yeah,
in a trailer.
I'm happy not to see it. If I've been honest,
it might be a big thing. It might be like a big thing that she's wearing costume. This looks like it's the final battle.
I think Tunde doesn't believe there's anything more outside of this.
There will be now. This is like the final battle.
That's a big part of it. But like, I don't even mind if it's like in the day-to-day stuff that we see reducing our powers.
Oh, okay.
Like it doesn't have to be the final scene of her using her powers for you to sell me that she's using her powers. The same with Mr. Fantastic. It doesn't have to. I don't need to see the big epic scene of how they are using their powers. But like Johnny flying about, the Thing carrying a car. I want to see something like that from the other two as well.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. That's
We will protect you.
Best steps.
This was bad. This was bad. This was...
Right. This is the bit. I almost want to. So this is the scene we're looking at now is Galactus' foot.
Yes. Both
Instantly,
legs. Yeah.
I wanted to do maths. I wanted to calculate that ankle is what 1, 2, 3 stories high. That's his ankle.
It's not taller than the Empire State Building.
He's walking through his two legs. His two legs can fit a road.
From Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, his two legs can fit an avenue. Like, yeah.
That would be disappointing unless they show him shrink in this film.
Unless
Which we can do.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Sorry.
Luke said he was half expecting the steel to drag after him.
The what?
His tail. Like that was like Godzilla walking through.
Right, that's it, guys. That's
it. But one thing we didn't talk about the music, it's fantastic.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
The music is good.
Did you hear that opera thing at the end?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Okay, let's not do the singing thing, guys. Okay.
You can edit that part out, please. Let's spare our audience.
So that also captures the essence of the era.
Yes.
Done at the time. So that was good. That was really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I worry about the Galactus thing. Ever since they showed,
it's gonna be the biggest.
Like one of those Comic Cons in South America where they showed Galactus peering through the Baxter building, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it.
I had funny thing with comic book guys. In comics, I've seen comics where his head height was Baxter building.
Yeah,
what?
Comics I've seen
What?
Where his
head height with
the older comics.
Even the animated shows.
Like he can shrink down to human size.
So Kirks,
But
I'm gonna tell you, I learned this from you. I'm gonna believe what I see right now.
Right. Okay.
I'm not expecting something better written around the corner.
True.
Yeah. I have been burned too many times. I'm not doing that anymore to myself.
You know
you
what?
should learn to have some
hope.
hope, correct?
No. I fell into the trap of doing a film for them and just be like, man, this film's gonna be this.
I'm not doing that. That's why I'm looking at all you guys, all the things you're talking about.
You're right.
What we see now is what I'm taking.
I have high hopes and this will happen. But in reality, what I see is just okay. I like the stretching powers that they showed of Reed. I like Sue, and I didn't notice that she was front and center, but that would be amazing if she's the leader. I would love that. That would work. The thing, honestly, I have nothing to say about it. Nothing positive.
You don't like it.
I'm like, I genuinely
you don't like
I
got
nothing.
You don't like this cooking now, yes.
I genuinely got nothing to say about the
more I watch it,
it could generally be like a stone.
I mean, he is a stone, so it's like okay.
Yeah.
It's what?
He would have to have
it's a piece of rock,
quite a lot of
personality. You mean Ben Grimm? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
I think I like them enough. I like what I've seen so far. I'm not. If it's going to end up a very happy film, I think I'll be fine. As long as they don't make this is the film that it's going to be hard to. The biggest issue, let me like this. The biggest issue we've had is the timeline of the movie. This trailer has done more to sell me about the movie than anything else they've done. But even then, my reservations are.
But even then, there are still reservations. Yes, there are still reservations. I mean, we talked about whether or not she will be pregnant. So clearly, she is.
She is pregnant. Yeah.
We don't see a bump anywhere, but I wouldn't be surprised if
somewhere. So you guys talking about the destruction and all of them ending. What happens to Franklin?
She's in his stomach now. Franklin is in Sue's belly.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying they die. When I say the destruction and ending, I'm not saying the Fantastic Four die.
I want them to die.
I know you want a new copy, but they're not going to die.
They would die, and then you get like a new casting of a new.
Nah, that's not happening.
Or we only see them as counterparts of different versions of this.
No, they are too big for that.
This failed universe. Well, not
Nah.
failed universe. Because
Nah.
even if Gatas is Earth, unless what you're saying is true, that it's a what's it called? Incursion issue.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like an incursion issue, to be honest. It looks like a eating the arts issue.
I mean, the Herald came now to tell you what wasn't an incursion.
It's not going to happen. That's just copium for you.
Please, can you leave me with my own hopes?
That they would all die.
My own, I know it's not going to happen. I know it's most likely going to be a very happy movie where they save the guy, everybody's fine.
I want them all to die, but I want now already. I want to save Sue.
You're already reshooting your own movie.
Yeah. But this is going to be a very according to the Shackman, I think it's going to be a very standalone movie from the entire MCU.
Which I'm happy
they
with.
should do that.
Yeah.
They should do that.
I'm very happy with that. In a way that this will then be a version of them having their cake and eating it, i.e., we started the MCU without FF, which we shouldn't have done, but legally we couldn't do anything else. But now we're showing you a universe where the FF came first, and
yes.
So
in a way, I like the idea. When I frame it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to do predictions for this film as well.
Before we move on, and I want to answer from each of you.
Okay.
Will we see a native 616 version of FF or not?
No.
No.
Red?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No. We will not.
Okay.
Because that would mean that either they came around the same time. No, it would be after Cap.
Yeah.
They're
just there as scientists at the moment, but they're not.
I never had any powers or anything.
Yes, they've not had any powers.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. I hope you're wrong, but come on, let's go.
Yeah, I doubt it.
If we see them, they're probably their mission in 606 exploded.
Maybe they never even met or something.
Yeah. Or a new mission will not happen that will not give them those powers. They
will be old now.
What this wishful thinking is. The wishful thinking is.
They are 60s now. They're 60s.
No. Do you think you don't get my point?
No, we don't.
You think we'll get a new version in the modern age where they are
a Reed Richards, not a 60 version that's living and breathing now in the MCU, who are the own scientists in their own and they haven't had any mission. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're from the 60s or anything like that.
Oh,
and how do you explain? How do you wish away what happened with Thanos and everything?
They're not superheroes. They're just a family unit at the moment.
Oh, just a family unit.
Yeah.
Family unit. But what time period? What time period are they?
They're in the modern time.
Modern time. Was this still super? Is it still super smart? Because it was always very smart.
True. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be.
So if he's super smart, he should have been, even with Thanos, he should have been coming up with some computations with Stark.
How many super smart people in the world? So you see everybody super smart in the world. You'll be seeing them in
that was just wishfully.
No. I want to understand what you're saying. So there is you would say that there's a Reed Richards, a Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, and Johnny Storm in 2027.
Actually, they're ahead, aren't they? 2027,
yeah, 2027. But why? Like they
maybe
existed in the
private
60s.
citizens.
Is it that time moves differently? Or something like that?
Time moves differently for that one. And
imagine Sue and Richard is not doing anything about it.
The world that they're in now, it appears like the time in this world is in the 60s era.
Yeah, that's a different universe. I'm talking about that universe. I'm talking about our universe.
In our universe, that there would be a Reed and a Sue and a I don't know. That's the like for like.
And two of them got dusted, and one of them did not do some math.
I don't see
okay.
It's weird.
I don't see it.
Okay.
It's so much for them to do that.
Yeah.
There'll be so much salary to just try and.
Should we do our predictions for this movie in July, and then we'll move on to
money wise?
Yeah.
Good looks. Yes, money wise.
Sorry,
First
when does it
steps.
come out? It comes out with Superman by how many weeks?
I think 4th of July. If I don't
2
know.
weeks or
I
something.
don't know.
About 2 weeks before.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
two,
about
3
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I'll-
be very.
I'm going to say 750.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I apologize. It says UK 25th of July. Interesting.
Yeah.
After
25th of
Superman.
July.
That's what it's. I just looked.
When-
It's
at
when does
after
it-
Super. It's after Superman, like 2, 3 weeks after Superman.
When does it come out in the US?
Same time. You are not that special.
Okay. 11th. Superman comes out 11th of July. I think it's the same. Period.
It's the same time.
Can't
It's the
be.
same time.
It can't be. The
They
difference
can't be
between
so
US and UK
dramatically
for this
different.
movie would not be.
So
the same.
11th of July for Superman and
Correct.
Yeah,
27th.
25th
That is right.
of
25th,
July.
that's 2 weeks.
2 weeks
14
later.
14 days, exactly 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll stick with my 750.
Okay.
750 for this film. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be very generous. Initially, I was going to give this thing 200. Initially, before I saw the trailer, because I didn't, in my head, this thing was not a real thing.
Okay.
And it was a joke. So now I'm going to double it. I'm going to go. Well, it's going to do better than. Let me give 560.
Okay.
560.
Man said 200.
I think initially, in my head before.
Can't be 200.
Like 200, yes.
So what's your final?
560. I'll go 560 now.
560. Okay.
Yeah.
560 is okay. Today.
Captain America Brave New World, with all its issues and hatred for that movie and the marketing for that movie, still scored 400 million. And you wanted to give this film 200.
Before I saw any trailer.
No, you know what? It's a
Just
good
based
thing.
on casting
It's
before.
it's
It's a good thing that none of the accountants at Marvel. Why should we?
I mean, that's a bold prediction. 200. Okay, all right.
If people make the budget back for the movie.
I didn't think they were going to. No, I didn't think they were going to make the budget back. No.
So today,
Okay, so I'll go with 700 for this movie.
700. Okay, I think that's a good. I'm going with same as Superman, 800 million.
Oh wow.
You think you think they'll do both?
No. The thing is, I can't see. I need to say that I can't see it making less than.
Oh wait, you guys remember? American movies are not. Are they showing? Are they going to be showing in China?
Who knows the future? As of now, they are not.
As of now, they're not. The
because they
tariffs,
said
yes.
that
So think about
can
that.
Can we adjust our billion numbers down?
Nope, too late. So think about that when you're throwing the numbers
That's
out.
how China will just bring out one film now. They say this film makes 2.1 billion.
Mm.
Only you people they watch your own film and you're making 2.5 billion.
Is that what?
Reserve, yeah, exactly.
They probably bought tickets for them and auto sent it to all their WeChats to go and watch.
I will still say this, that for that movie, according to movie people that review movies here, box office here, they are saying that China's record keeping of box office receipts is far more accurate than America's own.
Yeah, they cannot box office.
They track directly from.
Who has gone to audit their
They track direct. It's not like that. Like, they track directly from tickets bought at the cinema, so it's like real time tracking for them.
So
anybody can see.
What do you mean at the cinema? Like bought online?
Yeah. So they track per cinema per viewing. So it's not something that unless it's far more difficult to.
No, what Red was saying is
it's okay, but when you're telling one of them to go and watch it, you buy tickets for them and send it to all their WeChats to go and watch.
But 2 billion. 2 billion. Abba. Like yes, even if they do that one, 2 billion. Like I'll give them. It's too much. It's
I
too
didn't
much.
want
It's too much for them to
to.
do that. Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
didn't want to. I didn't want to talk about
Mm,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
So that's.
sounds too ridiculous. Yeah.
It sounds too ludicrous to me. Sorry, I
Yeah.
can't. Okay, so that's Fantastic Four. So that what you said. Red 560.
Yep.
Tunde 700. That was 750,
Yeah.
and I said, and I'm surprisingly
Yeah,
the highest
800. Yeah.
at 800. Yeah. So
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Wow.
We'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see how this goes.
I just
I
hope
feel like I've chosen two completely wrong numbers for this particular set of predictions.
likewise, likewise.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Okay, moving on to Daredevil, episode 9, series 1 finale.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, we've all seen this one.
Yes.
I believe so.
Did
Yes.
you have a synopsis for this movie, for this series, for this episode?
Who me?
I said
I
today.
was talking.
Or if
Oh,
you
today.
don't,
Okay.
I don't mind.
He was talking to me. Yeah. So
But the
Daredevil, where we ended the last episode, Daredevil was shot in the
bullet.
hall.
No, Daredevil was not shot.
Yeah.
Daredevil took the bullet
Took
for
a
somebody else.
bullet.
It was just.
I put
Go on.
it, I put it, and then
He had no business doing that.
he had no extra bullet. Apparently, what's his name? Poindexter had
Yes.
no extra bullet in the gun he took, and didn't think of, oh, maybe I can shoot again or something like that, and he just let Kingpin go. Fine. Then we open up with Daredevil in the office, in the hospital, and oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out the exact sequence of events. I think Kingpin is talking.
There was a flashback first of Vanessa making a deal with Poindexter.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
That's what it opened up with.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, she gave a reason of how Fisk was able to escape,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
able to get released from prison, which ties back to season 3 of like because of how
FBI corruption and
that happened.
yeah.
That's why Kingpin was able to get away from prison, and they could do the same trick to get him out of prison as well, and that's why
and it was not even like he was out on appeal,
yeah.
which I'm not sure how that works.
I think they were able to, because he was on meds. I think they were able to prove reduced
Okay.
capacity or some sort of mental.
Yeah.
Because he was clearly on medication, and he didn't look to be in a prison. It was more like a sanitarium or like somewhere
Well, it
for
was.
mentally.
I think it was heavily sedated.
Yeah, it
Heavily.
was sedated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
why she wanted him to kill what's his name?
Yeah, 'cause-
Foggy.
Okay, before
Foggy.
he could file the motion,
Yeah.
which would expose the secret of Red Hook.
Which is I get the secrets of Red Hook, but I don't really get the secrets of Red Hook.
I get it.
Okay. So it's a free port, which means like somewhere like Macau is not really subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. So it won't pay the same taxes, it won't pay the same tolls, it won't pay the same trade,
So whoever
taxes
controls
or whatever.
Yeah.
So whoever controls it is like basically you have your own almost island that you can do any kind of nonsense that you want.
Basically, it could be it's a city state.
Is it what?
Is it what?
A city state.
States.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But
It's like
does
Macau.
United how
You
does that
can
work
do any
in
kind
the
of
US?
gambling, anything. I don't know if they have free ports, but I
guess that's why it's a big secret.
So Red Hook is a part of Brooklyn. Is the edge of the water part of Brooklyn.
Okay.
So what they're saying
But it feels like I don't get why she's trying so hard to keep it a secret. I mean, I get why, but it feels like something that can be easily discovered by anybody.
it's
That
one
I
of
don't
those
get why
things,
she
if you don't-
feels the
you
need
don't-
to kill.
I think everybody
Foggy.
just assumes
no.
it is.
So again,
Yeah.
today, some of those, and this is my understanding. It might be wrong, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's keep it secret until we can own it fully, and then it becomes public. But if it becomes public, then we're going to have to either pay above
Yes.
what we need to do anything that we need to there. But
Or-
it's like
or-
buying
or-
land.
or kill,
It's
or
like
kill more
buying.
people, or kill more people.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's like buying native land or land that belongs to Native Americans. Like if it becomes known that that's what you're doing, then you have to go through all kind of legal loopholes. But if it's
Yeah.
not and you already own that land, then you can.
Well, today,
Yeah.
What do you want to
basically,
do? The government, you have to buy it back.
you find out something about this land that makes it super valuable. But
Yeah.
you want to do your bit before it becomes
Right.
public knowledge. They want to establish, you want to build all those things so that it will be too late for anybody to stop it. And then they say, I got this is Freeport. You can't Because even as a free port, you can't charge them for crimes that are committed in that free port. You're no longer under the jurisdiction of the United States government.
Yeah. You're
But I'm
exempt from
like,
tax. You're exempt from
yeah.
custom. You
So
are, yeah.
because that's where maybe because I don't really understand all of this, because that's where it throws me off. Because I'm like, all this kind of free ports business it's like something the person just say, no, we're not doing that here. At the end it's
No, that document is a government. That's a big document they showed that from
document. It's a
1855. It's a government. It's a government. So don't get me wrong. They could still go to court later on, but with Fitz as mayor, they want to make it fit and complete. You've done it. It's already established. You can't really. It's harder to undo it.
Yeah.
I guess.
okay. So that's the whole plan for this, and we discovered this because no, okay. I'm jumping ahead. I think Karen comes back. I'm not sure when Karen comes back.
Yeah,
Whether
She flew back the night before.
Yeah. She called. I guess she saw the news of the shooting.
That was shot. Yeah.
And then she called Frank to go and protect the lady. And she said, "I took the first flight
out of
yeah.
Because then we see him in the hospital. He's talking with, and this is, I don't get what they're trying to do with the therapist. It's annoying. Either she's the most retarded person in the show, or I just don't get it. Or we are missing a couple of steps in our character development.
Can I give her some? Can I help her out?
Yes, please.
If you believe someone is blind, it might take a lot for you then to accept that this person is Daredevil. It's let's say he wasn't blind. I think I would be even like, it would be, hang on a minute, are you this guy? But the fact that you believe this person is fully blind, and you might say that a blind person cannot do these things.
No, not that he's Daredevil. Okay. My problem is not that whether she knows he's Daredevil or not.
Okay.
Is whenever he's talking about him, based on what you know about him, at least you will give me the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
whenever he's talking about what?
Wilson.
Yeah, Fisk.
Okay.
Fisk. Yeah, Fisk. I'm like, at least give this guy. This is the guy you are dating.
So to me,
this is the guy.
Oh, so you're saying that she should? No. Wait. You're saying that she should trust.
Not trust, but like the way she looks at the way she looks at Matt, like, I'm looking at this complete fool. Yeah.
Yes, I watched episode 8 and episode 9. Very close.
Right? Back to back.
Yeah, almost back to back. And I was like, a bit, the way Matt was coming across, he was coming across quite unhinged.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The way he was like,
he was,
the way he was like, no,
unhinged.
he's doing it to get to me. He's your therapist. You are his therapist. He's not really. He doesn't need help. He's doing it to get to me, and his wife too. She's a bitch. Do both of them together.
So, but
I'm like, you need to understand that. Yeah.
Can I make one point here?
He almost made her a prop. Like, you're a prop to get to me. I'm the main character. You are
main character energy. Yeah.
My biggest issue with all of this is, and I don't know why I didn't think about this before.
Yep.
But just keep it. Okay, so when it comes to like Gallo, the police commissioner, obviously they know what Fisk is.
Yes.
But then I realized, wait a minute, Fisk was publicly arrested. Fisk had a public trial. So
he went to prison. He only got off on the technicality.
Yeah. So then that's something. Hang on, this was all in the news. So this woman should realize that there is some smoke. Maybe I should listen a bit to Matt.
Especially when Matt says, I'm the lawyer that put him in prison.
Yeah.
I worked on cases against him. We are like, it's not seeing Matt as a lawyer.
The way you are saying it
is
the way you are saying it is way more reasonable than the way he was saying it.
No, I'm just like
completely. No, he almost completely. I could see. I was like, man, just chill. Like, there's a way you can explain it to this lady without making it seem like almost like she's wrong. You know, sometimes when you keep telling someone that the person is wrong, you are wrong. No, I know better than you. I sabi past you. And she's like, I had a career before you. I know who I am. This is my client. The same Matt wouldn't take that if somebody else said it about his client that he's defending. So
But to be honest,
I see her as a strong professional person who this person is not even trying to convince logically, but he's almost trying to emotionally, slightly even blackmail her that no, believe me, this guy is a criminal. He's trying to use you to get to me. I'm like, once he said that, I was like, you can't tell someone that
Yeah.
you are being used to get to me, the main character of the show.
But
You know,
yeah, I get
I
where
don't
you're
get it.
coming from, and it makes a very strong case. My issue was when he was in the hospital bed.
Yeah,
This is a guy that just took a shot for Wilson.
yes,
So
yes,
it's not as if he's completely what's this
yes.
thing called?
No, no,
He's
no, no, no.
completely out of his mind in I hate Wilson completely. I want to, but it's like I just took a shot for this guy, and I'm
Yes,
still saying
yes.
that this guy is a bad guy.
but
It
remember,
should there should be some. I'm saying that in our reaction, there
yeah,
should be some
I,
second
I
thoughts.
agree. But when he woke
There should be
up,
like,
what's the first thing Matt said?
He
No,
said Karen.
call
He
Karen.
said Karen.
oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I've been
that's
here
true.
with you all night while they were speaking
And then
law.
you're calling
I
me
was the
Karen.
one that
And
put
you're
my
calling me
hand and
Karen,
told
and
you
you were
Karen.
yeah.
Oh, well,
Okay,
even if she
okay,
was
okay,
reasonable, she
okay,
should have.
okay. So yeah, yes. I take all my complaints back. Yes, very, very valid, very
Oh
valid.
gosh. Okay, okay. So
The only thing I won't excuse her from is going to go and work for Wilson at the end.
I
That's the
wondered about that.
that's the only thing I
I
won't
wondered
excuse her
about
for.
that.
Right. So that part
I
and a
wondered
lot of
Yeah,
other
about that.
parts to me tied to one big thing: the writing,
you're right.
and
Yeah,
also there's a lot of things that Fisk are doing, and a lot of people are working for Fisk. When I look at it, it makes no sense for those people to even want to work for him or be under him
Yes.
at
Yes.
all. And I'm going to talk about the police people. It makes no sense.
why are they
Yes.
working for Fisk like that?
Yes.
It makes no
Yes.
sense.
If a mayor,
It's
my
not,
God,
it's not fair.
No.
there's no level of
This is
fear that you put
Forget
your
about Mayo.
career that much.
It is no,
Forget
no.
about Mayo.
It is.
These cops
Yeah.
are the cops who hate criminals. They're the ones who want to go out there and deal with criminals in a madman. These cops know that Fisk was
He's a
number one
criminal.
gangster.
Okay, fine. They accept that. They accept that. Okay, this guy is now on our side. He has empowered us to do what we always wanted to do. We are doing that. But it's like I don't still get why you are working for him to commit this level of like. He's not just killing criminals with impunity. He's actually basically forming his own gang.
I cannot imagine let's say the leader of Ku Klux Klan wakes up one day and says, "Oh, I'm now the manager of Black Lives Matter." I'm not going to accept you now. It's not possible. It's not possible. I don't even care
What you do?
moment come to Jesus moment you've had.
You know, the main challenge I've had with this thing from the start was how did you people get Wilson elected? Like what from what looked like what looked like a legit, it wasn't like any kind of poll dodgery or anything like that.
Oh
No
yeah.
gerrymandering. No, it was
No,
legally or
no, no, no.
legitimately,
It is in
elected.
America. These things are possible.
They
These
are.
things are
yeah,
So that's
possible.
why I'm kind of like
Yeah,
backed off. But I'm like, this person is a kingpin of crime. And
yeah.
somehow
Yeah.
he's almost like Gotti becoming like the mayor of New York. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know that are like proper bad guys that you don't even
Yeah.
need to hear their
Eh.
gist. Now he's now not just killing people, like you said, but he's now killing cops. I mean, he killed Gallo, who is the superintendent of police or something,
My God.
Yeah.
in front of people who are
On
in the
that-
police force. They
That's
might be
it.
corrupt.
Of witnesses.
Of course, that scene makes no sense to me.
See, everything Kingpin does in this episode, in the bid of solidifying his power, there are things that make absolutely no sense in whatever happens. Like it's like everybody either did he use a mind wipe on everybody in government? Because
Exactly.
he's
I
not
don't.
the only person. There are people that are above him. There is the governor. There are other structures of authority in the city that people report to as well.
Maybe as part of Doctor Strange's fuck up, that spell.
Yeah.
Maybe Fisk somehow.
Some mind powers, like I don't. It's stupidly obvious that except the world is ending tomorrow.
Yeah. So let's go back to the Linear story.
Okay. So
Yes, please.
he's in the hospital. He fails to convince
Ever.
to look into his case. Kingpin, in another very boneheaded decision, decides, hey, this is the best time to kill
Matt.
Matt,
Yeah.
and sends Buck to go and do it. To say,
Mm.
oh, the hero that this thing died saving me, and he kills two problems with two problems with a single stone.
Which is not a bad idea, tactical idea.
Not a bad idea.
Not
Not a bad
a
idea.
bad, not a bad
They would
idea.
use the guy's death as political leverage as well.
It
That
triggered me again. Because
Yeah.
once again, keep on calling him, kept on calling Bullseye a vigilante, which really kind of annoys me.
So,
because it
yeah,
doesn't track.
they're using the term very loosely. You're right.
Yeah,
They're using
So
very, very, very loosely.
remember, no, I'll give them a pass on this because remember, the policemen are even doing the same thing. When during the riots, they shot one random guy,
Yeah, but
and he said, "Oh,
Shot a
I'm
kid.
not going to cover
Wait.
and I'm
That's
not going to
fine.
cover his eyes." Yeah,
That's fine because the clear line and the clear put a mask on him to say he's
Yeah.
a vigilante. But in no sense of word, people know who Bullseye is. He's an assassin. They know he's not a vigilante. There's no link. But this, as Keck says, the word vigilante is just used to mean
it's very loose.
Yeah.
anybody I don't
That
agree
wears
with.
the mask. Yeah.
everybody that don't agree with that I don't agree with that is trying to put on a mask. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
it's fine for them. It makes like in terms of portion that gets that. So he goes, "Oh, I'm going to kill." Yeah,
So in that scene, they also shut down Sheila. You know that young guy they shut down Sheila. Sheila being the lady who was
The
meant to
political
be helping Kingpin in the local.
Yep.
Yes.
I want to put
He's chief of staff. Yeah.
it's chief of staff. Yeah,
because later down the line, I'm very confused about some things. So I want to ask you about that when we get to that point. We'll carry on.
Oh, okay. So yeah, still on that, it tells Buck to go. I mean, Matt hears this and he walks out of the hospital.
Yep.
He goes back home, and then the police come find him at home. And then we have this big fight sequence where they are fighting, and what's his name?
Okay, so let me see if I can understand the sequence of
Frank?
You skipped something.
Sorry
I
to
skipped
interrupt.
something. Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt. Wait. So the mayor sends Buck to go kill Matt in the hospital.
Correct.
yes,
Buck gets to the hospital, finds out that Matt's left. I'm assuming he calls the mayor now to say Matt's left,
Matt's not here.
right?
Yeah.
Matt's not here. The mayor then picks up the phone and then calls the cops, his army cops, to go and wait for Matt at home and kill him.
Oh, yes.
But I don't understand what the instruction is. Like, is it that Matt is a vigilante supporter? Is it that he is a sympathizer?
No,
Is it that he's a vigilante himself?
they're there for Daredevil.
So does that mean that he's telling them that Daredevil is Matt?
They're probably just telling them
Because they went to his
Daredevil-
house. They went to his house.
They just said Daredevil stays there.
Technically,
Are you telling me that they will not say, okay, who did
We don't know
you
if
know
they-
what I'm- So
yeah, you're
it's
right.
me, I'm trying to extrapolate what the level, what the thing.
What was
they're
said to
fully
them
armed.
to send
Yeah.
them there?
They
Yeah,
did not
I'm
come
going
for
to
a
s-
blind man. Even if you tell them that, okay, the person lives at number 64, Ayala Street, Kiriko. They
Maybe
didn't do
to
any
them.
this research. And
Maybe
just went
So
to
maybe
the-
it's not that Matt is Daredevil.
Yeah, maybe to them.
So has it?
That's the only explanation
I'm
that makes
trying
sense.
to-
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
that's the only explanation that makes
Somewhere.
sense for what happened there, because
Yeah.
it sends a full SWAT squad and they
Yes.
come in fully armed with
And-
guns and,
And
all of
they
that.
come in guns blazing.
Their
Yeah.
intent is to kill, not to
Yes.
apprehend.
Yes, not to apprehend,
So,
and it's,
alright.
it's not to kill. It's not to kill a blind man. It's to kill someone that can actually fight back.
Okay.
So,
All right. Okay.
yeah. So he probably calls, tells them that Matt is there. Matt gets home. He sees that what's his name is there.
Sorry,
They have
sorry.
a-
Before you go on, you missed one big pop point. I
Sorry,
want
go
to.
Oh, okay.
I want to like
The blackouts?
the blackout. So
I swear I don't understand what the fuck that was about.
yes.
I swear I don't know
It calls the Coned. So when his chief of staff was leaving the office, it told
Yes.
them to let the Coned guy enter to come in. Coned
Yeah.
is
So the blackout is meant to be.
Conrad is the what?
utilities company, Con Edison.
Ah.
Yeah.
That was
sorry,
what I
I
said,
didn't-
let the guy from
Yeah,
Con
okay.
Ed come in. Yeah.
I didn't
He
get
told
that.
that guy to go and turn off the power at a certain
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Because Buck before he went to the hospital, Buck was waiting.
Yep.
He waited for the light to go
Oh,
off.
so it was before. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So
thank
he
God.
wants to do a few things at the same time.
Yes.
He
yes.
wants to cause fear He wants them to use it to get. His official reason is to stop Point Dexter. That how can I, Mayor, get shot and nothing will be done about it? Shut out all the power in the city.
And
Let's stop this
he
guy from
blamed
leaving.
Skill. Sorry, go ahead. I was clearing my throat. Go ahead.
So his own official reason to his staff is that I want to get Buck. He's telling that I want to get, Bullseye, but he's going to blame it on somebody on sabotage.
But he's not claiming credit for the blackout. He's blaming it on sabotage.
In his own inner
Okay.
circle. He's like, I want shutdown power. Why? He said this is too extreme an action. He said, no, we must catch Point Dexter.
So but remember there was one point Sheila said earlier that you could not call a state of emergency unless something major happens.
Yes.
So that's why you call that correct. Okay, you to the power. I'll tell them that these people are attacking and sabotage it. That should be enough.
And not for me to get this
now
ball rolling.
Curfew, Gary. So carry on.
Yeah, but that happens. Like again, that was the beginning of his own madness with power.
Yes.
But Buck fails to kill him. He sends the soldiers to go and kill him. There's this big fight sequence with him and Frank, where he's trying to stop Frank, but obviously failing from killing the soldiers, from killing the policemen. I mean, all of that happened. All of the policemen end up dead, I think, because they threw a grenade and they blow themselves up.
Apart from one.
Did he escape? There was a grenade.
Cole wasn't killed.
I don't think Cole died. Yeah.
Cole
was the one that was stabbed in the hand.
Yeah, he
somehow
was
I don't think he died.
So was it Cole that threw the grenade?
No, it wasn't. It was somebody that threw from outside, I think.
Yeah, somebody from outside. But
Cole was still inside the building.
He was inside though.
Oh, Cole is not going to die.
But he didn't die. He didn't let him. They didn't let Frank kill him, right?
No, he didn't let Frank kill him. But after
they threw a grenade in after.
Yeah, they take grenade in after. So I just assumed everybody in the building died. But
I forgot that. Yeah, because the whole outside, that whole floor was blown off. But not TV.
I didn't think that Cole North killed Ayala.
Yes, because that was the bullet. Yeah.
That was the bullet.
Yeah, but they all used that same.
No,
bullet,
because I said this is your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he as well admitted it. Like he did it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Cole, whatever, all of that happened. Yeah, I thought it was going to be in between the line, but it's clearly at Arsenal.
Yeah, which is why I was surprised
that they went that way with him. Yeah. No, fair subversion. But they fall down. They run into Karen, and that's where Karen comes to get them in the car. They go back to Punisher's place. And then
can I say something about that bit, please? Yep. So I saw it. So they both drop out of the building. The building explodes. What's his name? Matt grabs Punisher, and they both land on the car.
Yeah.
And then they're walking off, and then a car comes by, and the headlights shine on them, and then they both look. Karen comes out of the car, and then they both kind of look at each other, and then basically it's like the impression is Karen's the one that called me to come help you, Matt. Yeah, to call Frank.
Yeah.
So there's a meme that I've seen online that it's like when Matt looks at Frank and he looks at Karen, he's like that. Matt can hear the blood rushing to Frank's dick, and he's like, "Why are you getting hard?" Because there's obviously some of sexual tension.
He said it. He said
he said about the adrenaline.
Yeah. All three of them, their blood was raising.
Doing some loading. Well, the person was like, you can hear the blood rushing to Frank's dick. Oh gosh! All right, go on. So they go off to Frank's lair or whatever.
Yeah, and they have this old argument of, what are you going to do, Frank says, I'm going to go and kill the policemen, or I'm going to go and confront the rest of them.
I don't understand that thing. I don't understand that part. That
it doesn't make sense. It's just like you've not done this. Yeah,
Frank's willingness to kill police is beyond the pale. He's never been willing to kill police like that before.
I mean, but
as far as he knows, these police have not done anything.
But was Frank
for now, at this point,
was Frank okay?
I-
No.
at this point,
I
he
think-
now
I think
knows. He now
sees
knows
them
for
as
a fact.
backups, though.
That
Yeah.
what?
No, so
I think
he
he
has
sees
always
them as
known that they.
backups.
Yeah, no, so before now, he has always known. Oh, there are some police doing fanboy that being fanboys of me
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
Daredevil comes to confirm that one of these guys killed Ayala
Yeah.
and dragged him to the ringer for that. He's already getting annoyed. Then he goes to save Daredevil, and he sees a bunch of these cops
Yeah.
obviously working for Fisk coming in to kill them. He's like, yeah, you guys have taken my name, my logo, and everything, and you've turned like it's not enough that you're killing. If you were just killing criminals, I don't think
Okay.
Frank would be mad
Okay.
at that.
Yeah,
But now
okay.
they've gone to working full time for Fisk.
Yeah, but
So it
okay,
becomes like, yeah,
fine.
I need to do something about this.
But then he goes to the Freeport. He doesn't know which cops are there and starts killing all the cops that are there as well.
I mean, I think they know from by Hollywood magic and all of that. They know. I think they know where. Everybody knows. It's kind of an open secret where the cops are based. And I think someone mentioned in the show that these are the cops or something like
No.
that.
He heard on the radio.
Yeah.
Gather at Freeport.
At Freeport, yeah.
You know, fall back to
that's
Freeport.
what-
It took the radio.
It took the radio, yeah.
My thing is, you're killing every single cop here. Surely some of them might
They are
be.
all wearing. No, they are wearing what's this thing called now? It's those cops.
No.
that are
In
wearing
Freeport, not all of them were. When
Well,
they came,
if you're a cop in Freeport, you're part of Kingspin gang now. I mean,
I don't disagree with that.
if you're a cop in that particular Freeport where there's nobody else, like there's nothing there, there's no business there, you're one of them already. So he goes there just to confront them, and he just walks in casually. So it's like maybe he has a death wish or whatever. He's just mad.
No, he does. He does low-key have a death wish, but he went there. This is what I don't like. He does have a death wish, but the Punisher should be a planner. You don't just go there with knives and 2 guns and no. The way he would do it
and
is
go
put
just
like
walk
2
into the
claymore
front
mines.
door.
Yeah. He'll put 2 mines there so that when you chase me, you guys will cross this will blow you up. The way he does
Like,
it, he will kill all of you. But this is like
even
I'm
Rambo,
just walking in.
Even Rambo didn't do that.
Exactly.
This guy shot John Wick
And he only
all
got
this
that
no
far.
recent this thing, yeah.
He
Because they
only
said
got
don't kill him.
He only got that far because they had a no-kill, which I don't
Yeah,
understand. Why.
it said non-lethal only.
Only. Yes, and that's the only reason why he was able to kill so many of them. But why did they even why did they need him alive?
And even honestly, if I've got other non-lethal, and I find this guy, and you've met 4 of my guys,
I'm switching to leader immediately.
You just fucking killed Kenny and Gary.
And you want me to
you
want to stop using tasers?
I'll kill you.
Yeah.
No.
That was
because
I don't
even
know
at that point they were
alive.
still trying to convince him to join them.
Yeah, so it was silly on his part, Frank's part. It was still on the cop's part, and then you capture him afterward, and you are saying, we admire you. The guy thinks you're plebs.
They came to kill you.
Yes,
and it's not. This is not the place you have this conversation. I get this conversation is something they wanted to have, like to show. This is Frank's moral code. Earlier on in the season, before you go to this confrontation side, not when blood has been spilled. Like when it. Well, yeah.
Genuinely, this was the worst part of this episode to me.
This
why do you want to talk to him?
And they all stand in a circle.
So why do you want to call? Yeah. Why do you want to talk to him? Why do you want to convince? Are you convincing him to be your leader, to be your symbol, to be one of you? What is he going to be doing?
Well, they clearly looked up to him and his methods.
Yeah,
But his first mission will be to kill Fisk, who you are currently working for.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like, there's no upside to him joining you.
Yeah, but I guess this is where the fact that they even have his logo on is an issue.
I mean, they worship him.
Yeah, you worship this
on some
guy,
level. Yeah.
but you know this
Imagine
guy would
Hates
really hate
you.
the guy you're working for.
Yeah.
So when did this come to your mind that actually there's something wrong here? We found a Punisher. Punisher hates Face, but now Face is our savior. There's a dissonance there that none of them are addressing at all
Yeah.
in what they're doing.
Exactly. So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's and that nonsense going on. And then on the other hand, what's the name? And Karen, they go to go and find it, and that's where they find the whole Freeport business that we've touched on already, where they figure out how the Freeport works and all of that. Punisher gets captured and thrown again. He's keeping all these people, political prisoners, in cages at the Freeport.
In a little backyard coop.
Yeah, the first place any reasonable person
But what?
would look for them.
But why?
And these are not just
Why are they not in the proper jail?
no. These are people he kidnapped. These are the people of billionaires he kidnapped.
No wait. They are vigilantes according to his new
No, they're
revelation.
vigilantes now.
No,
not
they are not just
vigilantes.
they are not just vigilantes. These are the political prisoners.
Even officials that didn't agree with him.
No. Forget for prisoners. In that cage,
Mm-hmm.
3 of them are vigilantes.
Yeah, swordsman.
And swordsman, Frank, and
Yeah.
somebody who I think is Black Cat.
Really?
Yeah, she looked exactly like Black Cat. Blonde hair, the cape she was wearing, and everything.
Oh.
No. That I don't think that's
That would not be Black Cat, please.
Well,
they won't
I would
allow,
like to
don't
rewind it.
allow them to use Black Cat. Yeah.
She looked exactly like a Black Cat, and she even had like the whole
It's not Black Cat.
costume. Who is she?
I hope not. I
It's
hope
not
not. I
Black
hope
Cat.
not.
You guys
I
know
hope
there
not.
was. Did you guys know there was a scene
And
after
then we
the
had
whole
Brown
thing
Man
ended,
in a
right?
suit
Huh?
who had
What?
this in the prison.
You know there was a post-credit scene.
Yeah, come in.
I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah.
I didn't wait for that.
Wait. No, it was. Why do you? No, the person might have dressed like Black Cat, but I think it was one of those billionaire people that's.
No, that's what I saw. The people at the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fine. But what I'm saying is, you had Swordsman there, you had Frank,
Yes.
you had this blonde girl in a catsuit, and you also had an elderly gentleman.
Yes,
Who then,
yes.
I guess it's the husband of that. But what
Yeah,
my
woman.
question is, Swordman and Frank
Yeah.
could be in official jail. You have enough reason to put them in official jail.
Facts.
Why are
Yes.
they? Why in this homemade? I don't know what you want to call this.
Yeah, it looked like a kennel or some shit. Yeah.
Basement.
Like-
I didn't get it.
Prison.
Yeah, basement bagging, jail. Yeah.
Because it doesn't want them to. I'm thinking about
Wait,
it.
why? No, there's no. I can tell
There's
you.
no
for a
reason.
fact. Swordsman, I can understand because I think Jack has some money or some influence that he might want to leverage or something.
Yeah.
Or Jack is
And they're already
comfortable.
sort of faced off, right? Because it threatened.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
want Frank in an official jail.
I don't.
I'm thinking
want
about
Frank.
it.
Listen, the
Alive.
oxygen that Frank is inhaling now is a danger.
It's too much. Yeah.
Why is
He's
it
a
killing them?
danger every time. I would kill him.
I don't get why Frank is not
immediately.
dead.
Yes.
I would kill. Like he's somebody that they'll be like, "Oh, boss, we got this new crocodiles that we want to tell." I say, "No, shoot him in front of me now. I want to see him die. Don't do anything fancy with the guy. Kill him now. Oh, he's dead. Okay, cut off his head. Okay, yeah, guys, it's really
Just to be
dead now.
sure.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That cutting, tearing Gallows' mouth off. Here is Frank that you should do it to.
Yeah.
Frank is the main person that must be killed.
So
You
this
police of commissioner right in front of. Oh.
I'm telling you.
And then
and
also
then we
those council people, he just told them, I don't know what he had on there.
Yeah, I think
he just told one, I know you had money. You are
I had,
hiding money.
yeah, you hid money. He told another one that I know some of your secrets. So
Wow.
it was a shortcut
like-
to tell us that he knows all their he knows where their dirty laundry is or their skeletons are buried or whatever.
Right.
but
Okay.
it was just-
Looks like we all agree was bad.
Yeah. Can we go back to
Yes.
Sheila now? Can we go back to Sheila?
Sheila, yes.
Yeah, that entire story
Give
point
her.
of her was the
What
same
is for
called.
Gallo? Did she
Yeah.
record it and give it to Kingpin? Or
Yeah, she did.
what
She did.
happened?
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
That's
she
what
did.
That's why she was crying. She betrayed Gallo.
No, she was the one that recorded the conversation. Yeah.
She betrayed him.
Sorry,
Yeah, go on.
she's stupid
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because already, blatantly, she's been pushed out.
and she wants
Yep.
back in.
I think it was
She
also.
needs
I
to,
think it was.
she
I
wants
think it
to.
was.
It was a test for her to prove her loyalty.
Yeah, it's also at
Like
that point. I think she was in
Kingpin
survival.
specifically told her that not everybody here is on my side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what to do. Like for me, that entire scene was, woman, prove your loyalty to me. You know this where this is going. Either you are in or you are out.
No, but
And for you to do that for me, go and bring me the head of Gallo.
yeah, but no, but hang a minute. When people said that, go
Yeah.
pick out who are not loyal and send
Yeah.
them home, right?
Yes.
That's what he said to her. Then she
Yes.
went out and Gallo was there.
Yes.
And then Gallo tried to plead her because Gallo in the room saw she was not comfortable
What was
with
happening?
what was going
Yeah.
on. So he tried to plead her case.
Mm-hmm.
So KP did not know that would happen. Though.
No, he didn't know that. But
So
like
that means
she's
Sheila
realizing, yeah, she wants to be in that circle. She's taking initiative to
I've
be
never read
in
her like
that
that.
circle.
So I was kind of
So
surprised.
but it's self-preservation. You are in that situation. I would have betrayed
Come on.
Gallo as well, because what Gallo is trying to do is try to get Kingpin arrested. What
Yeah.
Kingpin will do if he finds out that I side with Gallo is he'll kill me, he'll kill my family, he'll kill my dog, he'll kill everybody that I know.
When did she record anyway?
And what Gallo is asking for is
She recorded it at some point. Yeah, exactly. That's one of those. If you think about it,
I'm going to assume she records all that. I'm going to assume she records all that conversations.
As a politician, that's what she does, or whatever aid. Let's
Yeah.
just leave that.
I mean, what I was asking for is more than just support me. Say, come with me to go and tell the governor. Come and use your mouth to say that Kingpin is bad.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that to come here. And it's not me you put inside trouble for doing it for saying.
And then
Like
after proving her loyalty,
yeah.
That's when the other guy, when Kim was making the big speech to New York, they just pushed her to one side.
But she's alive.
She's alive, bro. Because
it's not a case now that
when Gallo said
my career, he's live now.
Look at the other option. Look at the other option that happens. Gallo said, "Oh, I'm going to go and tell the governor all of these things. I know you are one of the good people that can corroborate for me. Come and speak for him." If she said, "Okay, no, I'm not speaking for you," and she keeps quiet, this Gallo will go and tell them and say, "Hey, but there are good people that we can subpoena that will speak on this behalf," and they will call him.
Exactly.
So
everybody there was foolish.
Everybody's foolish, but
the
I don't blame her for.
Yeah.
Now that we've done the breakdown blow by blow for what happened, that the writing for this episode was shit all over. Like the plot points didn't make any sense. The execution didn't make any sense. They were trying so hard to get to this end of this season where we can have this resistance form against the new Dark Lord, the new Vader, where we see pockets of people saying, "Oh, these are the people that are going to fight back."
The resistance.
We see Point Dexter. I don't know why they're showing up Point Dexter. We see the police, we see the lawyers, we see them, and then we see Daredevil giving this speech with this cinematography, blah blah blah, that we are not alone. I'm like, if you guys don't get this part.
So his army, his army basically, is a barmaid. The legal assistant to Matt.
The investigator.
Some
investigator.
Some good cops, I guess. Because I remember that lady, the Chinese, and that's it, right?
The Asian one, yeah.
Oh, his partner, his law firm partner. His law firm partner.
Yeah, Cherry.
Christy.
Yeah.
Christy.
Was Christine there?
Christy, yeah, she was there. The black girl.
There, I think. Yeah.
Why would she be there?
Okay, you know what? Okay. She wasn't there, but Ayala's
the montage, they showed Ayala's montage, they showed when they're talking about the resistance.
When they were showing people of New York, that's fine.
No,
but in that bar.
No, when Matt was giving his speech and they were showing the resistance, that they showed Ayala, they also focused on her.
But to me, that resistance is not resistance because we saw Point Dexter.
He's going to be part of the resistance now. You don't know. Season 2. He's going to be the bad guy. I bet you that what is going. Point Dexter is going to be the new bad guy that turns good, but wants to kill the other bad guys as well. Like enemies unite to take down Kingpin. That's the plot point.
Oh, sorry. Here's the thing. You now go and meet Pandetta. That you just met the keeper that you saved from Pandetta in the first place. Are you mad?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Oh, it will
Imagine.
happen. It will happen. It will happen.
Imagine.
It will happen. It will happen. Don't worry.
So, like,
They'll write it like that.
it's an episode that had potential in. I can see what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring get Frank into the mix. You are trying to bring Karen back. You're trying to, like, have New York on almost a police state now under this. But just for a few things that I'm like, why are you doing it this way? It just
I can say this particular what happened in this episode. They walked backwards from answer to get to question. What they wanted was police state. They wanted stakes to be involved in the fight, that we have to feel like the good guys lost. And for that, ideally they would have killed Frank. But they were like, no, we can't really kill Frank, he's Punisher. So let's put him in prison for now, to at least show that the good guys lost. They have to show that, Kingpin won. Kingpin is now the guy that has full control of the city. Yeah. And they want this moment where they say, we are seeing the results banned against Kingpin. So they have to at least give us. So they now have to extrapolate from that spin at the end. Like, imagine they feel the end first, and then I say, okay, how do we get here? And it doesn't matter if it makes sense or not.
Here's my headcanon of what happened.
Yeah.
They shot these first 18 episodes or whatever they shot. Then they came in and go, oh God, this procedure cannot work. We need
epic.
And they said, listen, I want you to end as so they're saying, I want you to end with Daredevil alone with a few people against a triumphant Kingpin in control. That's where I want you to end.
Okay. I see what you mean. Yes.
So we can now write two properly. All these other so do any Ajomo, any just try and make it work.
That's we're ending with King.
Yes.
The best thing they would have done was season 1 will be about the election season leading up to Kingpin winning the mayoral.
They rounded that up in one episode.
Yeah. And because
I guess if you do that as well, then it might become too close to a procedure as well. Now they wanted all this action, they wanted news.
There is no action. Okay, but it's fine. They are clearly, and because I think someone has said this before, that they are trying so hard to mirror the real world in terms of politics.
Okay,
that it's influencing how they are writing the show. Because the way Kingpin is acting, the way things are moving, I not ways he would normally move. Yeah.
So let me ask a question, and maybe more to Red than anybody else here.
Okay, American question. Let's go.
Can a mayor of a city declare curfew and martial law?
New York, no.
In New York, that is regularly attacked by aliens and monsters and all of this, and maybe politics has changed. Yeah,
unilaterally.
Yeah, but a mayor, it's like Sadiq Khan in London.
Sorry, one quick one. But didn't he get the council to ratify his decision?
I think he did. That's why the blackmail.
That's why they were blackmailing them, right?
So again, that's to the city. That's city level. They're all city level.
Not governor. Not governor.
Martial law. It means that's a military thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So I'm no expert. So right. I was just weird that is that how it works?
Yeah. Just assume there are no other politics happening. There's no other Kingpin is president of New York. There's no above him.
Because have we seen anything from state level at all in this season?
No, just Gallo saying let's go to state.
Gallo said it was so he said he didn't get. So Gallo was going to go to states.
Right. Okay.
To go report and get them to stop him because he didn't have permission. He wasn't supposed to, and that's why they stopped Gallo.
Right. So in this New York now, officially, Spider-Man exists, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think there was a mention of a war crawler in the very beginning. But he's the most visible. Surely the most visible. I guess.
They should send the policeman to go and arrest him now.
Well, you think?
No, but obviously not. They can't get at him.
Yeah, but at least even say that we've been trying. We can't look at this. Say something along those lines that all our efforts to catch the war crawler has failed.
Yeah. Who knows? Spider-Man will be in space right now or something. But yeah,
well,
it doesn't really matter though. But I don't think like for this one, I don't mind in this particular. That's like one flaw I don't mind that they don't mention him.
Just keep him out. Keep him out. You know, it's one of those keep out your fucking mouth.
Because it actually wouldn't make sense because Spider-Man might probably be stopping some looters elsewhere or whatever. It's like just keep him out of the story.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I heard a story of a curfew martial law in the whole of New York City. It's hometown.
See, we are going to pretend. Give this story a few years, and we're going to pretend it didn't happen. We did it for Echo. We can do it for Daredevil as well. So, yeah.
Is there anything else that we wanted to cover on this particular episode? You want to rate it yet?
Vanessa and Fisk. Fisk, Elena, I know.
Yes.
That she did it. Yeah.
And then Point Dexter, right? Is that what she wanted to cover?
No.
Great idea. Terrible as he knows about Point Dexter.
And the fort. What's it called again? That place.
Red Hook.
Red Hook. He knows about Point Dexter and Red Hook. That was part of his whole plan. He knows about Vanessa's plan. That's why he's trying to do all these things as mayor. To make sure it's secured, and it's like the government has built it up already. Before all of that, So it's like that's why I'm revitalizing the free port, not just to move drugs through, but by the time it's fully set up and I fully own it, it's now my $1 billion product. Yeah. So there's that as well. But this is another example of the conversation they had. Great idea. Badly. Like I don't know. Is this supposed to be? It's supposed to be the scene where the crime family are united together, like the couples are finally united in their goal, and it did not land for me at all.
Did any speech land for you?
None. But I'm talking about even emotionally. That not as a scene isolated, that's supposed to work on an emotional level to see, these two people, they are perfect for each other. Similar to the when Vanessa shot the gun in the cell. And this was supposed to be like a mirror of that, but I don't know why. It just didn't work for me. But that's
for me, it was at that point I was kind of checked out. Because it's like at the end of the holiday, I'm going home now. You're telling me that there's an Olympic size swimming pool upstairs. You didn't tell me when I was here for 4 weeks. It's not that, so my mind was at that point, to be honest with you, even the monologue with Matt at the end, I should have felt, but I didn't. I just thought, visually it looks nice, and the parting shots of him through the
it looked nice. It looked nice.
That looked very nice. I
started to get annoyed with the
speech.
The shots of
New York talking.
There's one particular person who turns away from the camera and is walking away. That seems so forced and so. Shut up! I wanted to slap that person's head. That person was walking away. And then the after credit scene was basically Frank.
Yes,
Frank Castle basically.
Tunde missed that.
Told the guard. Oh, you're from New Jersey. Oh, I like it. Like you come and shake my hand, and that moment to put his hand to Frank. Can you imagine?
So basically,
I'm happy I didn't watch. I'm happy I didn't watch that.
So Frank is going to use his bone to unlock.
He smashed his head against me.
Yeah, I said he's going to use his bone to unlock the as key to unlock the cell.
I'm so happy I didn't watch that.
I thought they could have done that so much better.
Like, wow. My score would have even dropped lower than I expected if I had watched that.
Because someone like Frank, I would have expected that, okay, you will have like, I don't know, sorry, I might be overthinking, maybe like lock picks or C4 your boot or something In case, no, like clearly not a Batman moment, but at least have a lock. If they had done that maybe he reached down and then he pulled open his this thing and then he picked the lock. But
I would
he's now
still be
having a
annoyed,
conversation
but
with
yeah.
one of the guards and say, "Oh, Anthony, Anthony Petruccio. Oh yeah, you're from New Jersey. Yes. Come and shake my. It's been a pleasure." I'm like, I'll put a bullet in the hand before I shake it. These people know who this motherfucker is.
Why would you put somebody so stupid? And why only him? One of the most dangerous people in the world. Literally.
Yeah. And you still go and talk to him.
Let's rate this episode and let's end the season as a whole. Out of 5 stars,
This
guys.
episode out of 5 is a 2 for me. And I still feel I'm being generous. Yeah, it's a 2. It's a 2.
Way too generous.
This
Yeah,
episode for me.
And I think I see. I like Frank a lot. I like.
No, this episode gets a 1.7 from me.
And I think that's fair.
You guys are generous, so
I think
that's
fair.
all.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Let me just say, I can't argue against it. I can't argue against it.
I'm really torn on this because there's so many. You know what are you even thinking?
You two they think.
No, it's bad. It's bad in terms of the hope of it, like landing. For me, was the best episode was episode 8. And then you know what? I'm not.
It just went downhill. I mean,
yeah, and it just doubled down on the mistakes. It's like double or triple down himself on a lot of the issues we've talked about all along. So yeah, I'm gonna go 1.5.
1.5. Wow, you guys are generous. I'm going 0.7, 0.6, 0.7. Let me be generous as you guys.
Just give it 0.
Honestly, how I feel after watching that episode, it's a 0 because I felt annoyed at this show. But
And the thing is, it's almost like I don't want to be rude. It's like somebody's watched HBO level shows. Someone's watched the original Netflix show. I go, right, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do it.
I remember my initial comment about this show is that it's CW trying to do an HBO show.
Yeah,
they gave Belanti HBO and they said do a show.
And I keep on thinking to myself, oh, is this a result of what happened in terms of the change in direction from when they want the procedure? But it still doesn't explain. It doesn't excuse a lot of things. There's some things that could still be fixed within that frame. So yeah, 1.5 for me. So
I'm definitely not going to make any excuses for the show. I think I rate it that highly because I just like John. Anytime I see John Bernthal, I'm happy. So
okay,
yeah. But in reality,
so how are you rating the season?
Season as a whole, what do you guys give it?
Let me just say, I'm glad we got this season because I'm happy to see Daredevil again. I'm happy to see Charlie Cox. I'm happy to see Vincent D'Onofrio. Happy to see John Bernthal. So I'm happy with this with the return of the Daredevil series. As odd as it sounds, this is better than I expected because I thought it was going to be worse. I really, really thought it was going to be very, very, very bad. I think they can do better. I think they need to do better. I think the ending is one of the worst ones. They have good elements like the expansion of his powers. By expansion, I mean the way they show his powers are really good. The way he uses them. They had some good ideas. With the whole vigilante thing with Hector Ayala, it almost feels like when he went off the board, the season really tanked quite a bit. It dropped massively. A few people they should probably get rid of. BB is useless. That Gandolfini guy is quite annoying now. I'm sorry, I defended him before. He's quite Daniel Gandolfini is quite annoying. It's good to see Poindexter again. So the season started off well. I know I'm saying long thing, but I would give the entire season a 3.2. It's better than I expected. I really thought it was going to be really bad, and it's good to see the gang back together again. At the end, when you say I need an army, and you show Sarah, the traffic cop, Molly, the barmaid,
But as a traffic cop.
Chicky. No, I'm serious. Like these are like just randos that can't do anything. I mean, this was an opportunity to show Jessica Jones and to show that Iron Fist
Uh,
girl. What's her
no,
name?
but you should
Daughters
know
of
what they
the
are going for now. Is like the people that are going to resist an authoritarian government are the normal, regular people like you and me.
I
That's
know, but
the
I get it.
yeah.
But this was an opportunity to bring the defenders back, and if not all of them, certainly like someone like what's that girl from Daughters of the Dragon again now?
Colin Wing.
Thank you, Colin Wing. Yeah, bring her back, put Jessica there. Just it's just an opportunity to give us something hype for the next season. I felt, but which wasn't anyway.
Mm,
I don't know.
So 3.2,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Lapo?
Right. So normally when I do season ratings, I kind of try to do an average of my scores. For this one, I'm going to depart from that. Because if I do an average of my scores, it would be
Skewed.
3 point something
yes.
range. But overall, I cannot give this a pass mark because of the thread, for me, that's throughout of the failure of the narratives. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the fight scenes and all that kind of stuff. In the end, I think structurally, the whole thing just did not add up to me. I kept on getting triggered by saying, maybe I was being a bit too picky, but when I don't buy what you're selling, it kind of undermines everything else that follows through for me. And it happened a lot, i.e., the cops that were working for Fisk. Fisk kept constantly calling assassins vigilantes, and nobody even arguing back. Frank Castle. Anyway, so I can't give this a pass mark. Hence, I'm going to give just under a pass mark of 2.4.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not gonna say as much as that one Kex. So much promise, so many missed opportunities. They had the template, but covering everything with R-rated fights doesn't cover up the mess that it became. So I still liked it. I liked how Daredevil came back into his own when he wore that costume and it was swinging. So we'll still get a 2.8 from me, just because of some little nuggets. Yeah, but
Okay.
Yeah.
8 and 9 complete letdown.
Yeah. I think this season had some great questions, some great premises, but poor execution almost on other towards the end of the season and all of that. I've made my complaints very clear about the show. I think Kex has touched on the high points of the show. So for me, it fails as a show, 2/5 for me. So yeah. And that's where we are with Daredevil season 1, the first return of the Netflix original show. We'll be getting the season 2
When?
in future. I don't
Let me
care.
check.
Like one thing
Uh,
I'm very happy about is that this show is so
I'm
completely
just running
divorced
you
from the
biscuits here.
Netflix. Yeah, this show is just completely divorced from the Netflix originals. That I can. It doesn't impact. Like the character changes, that doesn't impact my mental view of what happened in the original show. There's some sequels that makes you question what happened
Yeah,
originally.
yeah,
Yeah, this doesn't do that for me here. So that is
yeah.
what I'm happy about.
Next year,
Next
2026,
year.
March.
Okay. Good luck to them.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
Well,
there you go. That was Daredevil. What we got next? What is this thing called? Thunderbolt is coming early May.
yeah.
Thunderbolt is early May, but
That's
before that,
yeah.
yeah, I think that's
So
yeah,
We have
that's
So that'll
we
be
have
2 weeks
Yano
time.
and comics.
Yeah.
Yano Comics. Okay, Yano and Comics. When is there's something that popped in my head just now. Sandman is when?
Sandman is July
That
or
was the other
June.
thing.
Yeah, that's not this
Yeah.
month at
That's in the
all.
summer. Okay,
Yeah.
that's in the summer. Okay, so we'll do. Will Yano be done next week?
No, that's it. I think
No, it's one per week.
it's 1 per week now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about Superman? Absolute Superman, is it done? Did we
I
get any new
know.
one?
The
The,
first arc is
the first
done.
arc is done.
Okay, so I've not finished reading that. So I've not read the last
Yeah,
one.
the first half is done.
Yeah.
So next week, should we do comics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do some
that's the
comics.
comics.
Yeah. I think we've been promising to talk about Power Fantasy. Have we done that yet?
For a while, if not.
Okay.
Okay, guys. See you next week.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Remember to rate, like, subscribe. Nigeria's Geeking Out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we'll see you next week. Today.
Yeah, bye, guys. Keep reading good comics, and hopefully you guys enjoyed Daredevil more than we do. And if you did, let us know what you really enjoyed about it, and please complain about our scores next week.
Yeah.
Red.
See you guys next week.
That one.
Yeah, thanks again for listening, and we'll see you later.
Yeah.